Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in on this very exciting episode on Mad Media TV. I'm DJ and we have a very special segment on cooking, my favorite topic, but not just any cooking. We're talking tasty, luxurious, gourmet, vegan cooking. And honestly guys, who better to take us through this experience than the queen of healthy cooking herself, Chef Janelle Antoine.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All this excitement in the air, girl. Oh
yes.
My God, because a ruckus in this kitchen. But no, I'm so excited to have you here. It is such an absolute pleasure. Guys, Janelle is a vegan chef, gourmet vegan chef, plant-based and health supportive chef. She's also the founder and CEO of Jay Nelly Culinary, which is a gourmet vegan catering and private dining cuisine based in New York. Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely.
They thought I was done. No, not only that, in addition to that, she has a meal prep delivery service coming up that is plant-based, and we are so excited to dive into it. We're going to talk about all her businesses. She's making a mark in this food industry, and she also has an incredibly inspiring story to tell us about her vegan chef journey and how she got started. But before we get into all of that, Janelle has graciously agreed to bless us with her cooking talents today. So right now, as you can see this setup, she's gonna cook us something really special. Janelle, what are you planning on cooking for us today?
Well, thank you for the wonderful introduction. I'm so happy to be here. I'm gonna be cooking something that's actually on the meal prep menu, my Berrylicious waffles, oat waffles, so there's no gluten, no flour. It's entirely gluten-free oat flour. And it's gonna be my take on vegan chicken and waffles.
Ooh.
So we're gonna add some fried oyster mushrooms, some berries. It's gonna be really nice.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see this all unfold. Honestly, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it.
All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toast some of these nice coconut flakes. We're just gonna add that there, turn up the heat.
Okay guys, it's snowing, look at that. Oh
Yeah,
Make
get
it
that nice and toasty. And next we're gonna make my blueberry compote. Now I have some spices in here. I can't reveal it to you guys because it is on my menu. So I'm just gonna be showing you guys a little bit. I'm gonna add some maple syrup. We're just gonna pour that all in there.
Maple syrup is like literally my favorite syrup. I use it on everything, my smoothies, even coffee, pancakes, of course.
Yes.
You can never go wrong with it.
It's so great. So great and so wonderful. It's a better alternative than regular store-bought syrup that has a lot of corn syrup in it, things that are not really healthy for you.
Yes.
So we're gonna take our washed blueberries and we're just gonna pour that in.
Blueberries also, of course, as we all know, very healthy, lots of
Yes.
antioxidants.
Exactly. It's good for your heart, good for preventing cancer.
Yes.
And next we're gonna add some Haitian vanilla essence.
Hey, sac passé.
Not poulet. Okay.
Little Haitian element in there, I love that.
Yes. So, and now we're going to take our lemon. We're gonna take our lemon
There we go.
and we're gonna zest some of this nice lemon peel in there to give it a nice citrus vibe.
And it's so funny because it's like, you know, at least I don't normally eat zest by itself because it has that very like, I don't know what it is, acidic taste to it, but it's so good to mix it with dishes. I find I love cooking with lemon zest.
Right.
So you know it's gonna be good.
It gives it a nice like smell and flavor. It's very aromatic.
Oh, I just want to like transfer it over to our audience. Like I wish you guys could smell this.
Right.
Ooh.
So you can see our flakes are getting nice and brown and toasty. So this is gonna be a great topping to our waffle. So I'm gonna turn off the heat on these coconut flakes because they're about done. This is how we want them to look. Nice and brown. Can you smell it? A nice nutty flavor.
It smells really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna give it a nice nutty flavor without the nuts because you know a lot of people are allergic.
Interesting. I never even knew you could make like, this is some good stuff, you guys.
Amazing. So now what I'm doing, I'm just pouring our batter into the waffle iron.
Oh, I love the sizzling sound.
Yes.
That's my favorite sound. That's how you know it's just gonna be good. It's just the little things, you know, it's the smell, the sounds.
And you know, something about this waffle, it's high in protein. Oats are very good for you, high in fiber, high in protein. And so one thing that people are concerned about when going vegan is that they won't get enough protein. So this is a good breakfast option.
There you go.
So we're just gonna close the waffle iron and we're gonna flip it.
Ooh.
And we're gonna let it do its thing. And we're gonna see some steam coming up. And once the steam settles and we no longer see it, that means the waffle is done.
Wow. And you know what's so funny? I've never even used one of these. Like, I cook sometimes here and there, but this is just so foreign to me. So that's why I'm making all these ooh-ah sounds. This is just like, whoa, this is like magic. I didn't know this existed like that. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So
me too.
We wait around until this is all set. Huh?
Yeah, so our compote is going. We got our shredded coconut, and then we have our oyster mushrooms frying in the back. We're gonna put it all together and plate it nicely, and you're gonna get to try.
Oh my God, I can't wait. Hey, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Elevate your wellness journey with plant-powered meal prep, New York City's premier 100% vegan, plant-based whole food meals delivery service. Need more information on what you're seeing today? Just visit plantpoweredmp.com. Get your meals delivered, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Plant-powered meal prep.
And here we are with this nice, lovely setup. As I mentioned earlier, it was smelling so good, and the smell was just getting better and better. I was smelling so many different things at the same time. So Janelle, take it away. Tell us what we're working with here.
Yeah, so we have our fried oyster mushrooms. We have our oat flour waffles. Everything is gluten-free. The fried oyster mushrooms are fried with chickpea flour. And we have some toppings here. We have our cut up strawberries. We have the coconut flakes that we toasted together earlier.
Yes.
We have some edible gold leaf. We have our vegan whipped cream. And we have our blueberry compote with the secret ingredient.
Ooh, your secret's safe with me, girl. Oh my gosh. No, this is fantastic. I'm so excited. And you mentioned with the fried oyster mushrooms, how did you make it? Like you said, you mentioned the seltzer water. You made it with seltzer water. I didn't even know you could fry things with seltzer water. So explain that.
So instead of using like an egg wash or milk, you can use seltzer water and you add that to your dry mix or your flour, your seasoned flour, and it'll form like the wet and dry batter consistency that you need without the egg wash, and it'll make everything light and airy and crispy. And so that's my little trick. I actually learned it from another chef.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love these little tricks, you know, and that's the thing, that's the beauty of being a chef and just cooking. You're constantly learning. It's like never like an ending thing. You're always learning. Seltzer water, I never knew, and I like to cook myself, but I'm definitely going to be using that from now on. And chickpea powder, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Like chickpeas are like one of my favorite like healthy ingredients to add to stuff. So a chickpea powder.
Lots of protein in this dish.
I love it, I love it. Oh my gosh. So we're gonna get to a really good part, one of my favorite parts about just like setting it up and presenting it. It's garnishing it.
Right.
I love the garnish, right? So clearly, like you mentioned, we have all these things for garnishing. So how do we garnish something like this?
So we can start off with some of the strawberries, you know, take a good amount, a nice handful. You know, we don't want to go little on the fruit here. We want a lot of flavor, a lot of nutrients.
Yes.
And then we're gonna go ahead and put our blueberry compote. Just gonna drizzle that on right there, just like that.
My gosh, I
nice
love
and
this.
hot. I don't know if you can see the steam in the audience here, but it's definitely steaming up. We're gonna take a sprinkle of our shredded coconuts and we're just gonna put that right on top.
I'm sorry, guys. This is food porn right here. This is absolute food porn. This
That
is great.
nutty goodness. And now we're gonna take our nice whipped cream and we're just gonna put that on top. And lastly, we're gonna take some of our edible gold leaf and we're just gonna do a little sprinkle.
Gold.
And there you have it,
24
folks.
karat gold right here.
Berrylicious waffles.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to taste this. This looks so good and it smells really good.
Yes, and you can find this on my website, Plant Powered MP. And you can make the fried oyster mushrooms at home and add your own flair, add some whipped cream, and just make it your own. That's what this is all about.
I love that. Make it your own, you guys. I like this. This is what we call making it our own. Girl, oh my God, I'm drooling right now. I'm literally drooling. I'm trying to not drool all over the food and all over myself. I can't wait to taste this. This is gorgeous.
Yes, I'm so excited for you to try it. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I know I will. Just by the smell, I know I will. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just get right into it.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Autumn McLeod from Mad Media TV, and we have some exciting content coming soon. We will be speaking with journalists, publishers, mental health experts, and so much more. So if you have a business, a story, or passion that you want to share, visit us at madmediatv.com. And be sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube at It's Mad Media TV, as well as Facebook at Mad Media TV. Thank you.
Okay, so here we have this dish right in front of me. I'm so excited to try it. Like I said before, it smells really good.
I'm so glad.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, and I was hungry too, so you're like literally saving my life right now.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. No, but it's just the smell. It's like, what I'm smelling obviously are the berries. I'm smelling just like the nuttiness of like
the coconut.
And then right here, obviously, as you see, this is the 24 karat gold edible. I didn't even know. This is like my first time eating edible gold.
Really?
Yeah, I never actually, I don't even think I have.
Do you feel luxurious?
I do feel luxurious. And this is what we were talking about. Luxurious gourmet vegan cooking. It's right here, guys. Look at that. Luxury. This is luxury right in front of you. Okay, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to take like this huge bite right here. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me add some berries in this. This is good. Wow. Okay. Let me let you know what I'm tasting right now. So let's first of all, I always like to start with the texture, right? It's soft. It feels moist. It's like, and I'm tasting like, it like honestly tastes like a regular pancake, to be honest.
Wow. A waffle.
Or like a regular waffle, but it's like, I don't even know. I can't tell a difference because I'm not, like, full transparency, I'm not vegan. I don't eat enough vegan stuff. And to be honest, like, I only just started experimenting and tasting vegan food just like maybe a year ago. And I was a little skeptical, but then I was like, wait a second, hold on now. This is actually really good. And it's not that much of a difference. But the only difference I feel though, as we were talking about it earlier, is that you don't feel the itis that you feel afterwards.
Exactly.
You know?
When you eat this dish, you're not going to want to fall asleep afterwards. You'll actually feel energized.
Yes, exactly that. And I think that's probably why I've been so tired, all my life, because I've just
I've
been eating more things. This is great. Okay, and now I'm going to taste the fried oyster mushrooms.
Yes.
Which, oh my gosh. When you were cooking it earlier, I was smelling it. I was smelling the spices, everything.
Ooh, that crunch. Yeah.
It honestly tastes like chicken.
Really?
It really does.
So the trick is to just season it like how you would season chicken.
Wow, this is really good. I'm taking another bite of this. It really does taste like chicken. And it's funny because I was so interested in how you were going to make the chicken part of chicken and waffles. And here it is, right? Like,
Yes.
you look at it, it looks like chicken. Like, here's a whole piece right now.
And mushrooms are very, very good for you.
It is, right? Later on, this is so good, but honestly, I really want to get into learning just about your businesses, how you got started as a gourmet vegan chef. So let's start off by telling me about Jay Nelly Culinary. How did that come about?
Okay, so I actually started in 2020 as Jay Nelly Belly.
Ooh.
And that was before culinary school. That was straight out of college. I studied health science. I did my bachelor's of science degree. And I was working for a managed healthcare company. And I really just wanted to pursue my passion. So I saw an ad for food vendors for a rally that was happening during that time. And I just said, why not? And that was my first ever event catering. I had no previous experience, but I ended up selling out that day, and that was my motivation to continue.
That's really amazing. Like, so obviously you mentioned it was during 2020, and that was a challenging time for many of us. And especially what's so inspiring is the fact that you made it your motivation to start this business. And I know obviously as an entrepreneur, we all know it's no easy task.
Right.
So were there some challenges that you faced or like that came as a surprise to you when you were starting out your business venture?
Yeah, so there were definitely challenges. It was very expensive, and it was financially challenging for everyone during that time. And I just ended up putting most of my income from COVID into my business, so I wasn't really seeing revenue during that time. But also, catering companies and meal prep companies were booming during that time because nobody wanted to go out to eat. Obviously, a lot of restaurants were closed, so that opened the door for a lot of other opportunities.
That's good. And that's also like I said, it's very inspiring that you took that as your opportunity to start something while the world was just seemingly like, I don't know, almost hopeless at the time, with all the challenges and everything. But you took advantage of that time and, basically did something really inspiring.
Definitely.
So we're all proud of you here and we're so excited.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. And one of your businesses, you mentioned one of your goals for your business is to, I quote, change the way people view healthy cuisine in a positive manner. So what do you mean by that and how do you go about accomplishing that goal?
That's a perfect question. So I'll give you an example. When I started my business and I decided to go towards the vegan route, I definitely had a lot of naysayers. And when I said the word vegan, there were a lot of people who were just like, gross, vegan. And that was just because in their experience, when they tried vegan food, it wasn't tasty. It was kind of bland. And so I just wanted to change the way people thought about healthy food. I wanted to make healthy food appealing to people, make it look good, make it taste good, make it look comforting, because it's really just all about how you season the food, adding flavor, and just putting love into the food. And that's what I try to do with all of my dishes.
And I love that too, because that actually segues to my next question as far as targeting a specific community. Obviously, we both come from Caribbean backgrounds, Haitian specifically.
Yes.
And you and I both know the Haitian culture, we don't really have a lot of plant-based, vegan, healthy type of options in our diets.
Not that much.
So how do you go as a Caribbean Haitian vegan chef? How do you go about incorporating those tasty elements into your food and just basically changing that community's point of view about vegan food and everything?
So I definitely tried to use a lot of the same flavors that I grew up with, a lot of the same spices, our epi seasoning that we season our meats with. We even put it in rice sometimes, a lot of things. That marinade, I use it in a lot of my dishes as a base to just give it a burst of flavor. And Scotch bonnet peppers and sweet plantains. We have our sauce pois in Haitian culture, the bean sauce. You could do red bean sauce, black bean sauce. So I definitely try to stick with familiar taste palettes and flavors and just do what I grew up with,
Yes.
essentially.
And it definitely worked on me because, I mean, look at this. I'm telling you, this tastes like chicken. I'm like, if I didn't know what it actually was, I would have been like, oh, is this some kind of chicken or something? Because
Wow.
that's how good it is. I like taste it's the spices that you put in it, like everything that in the seasoning. It's
Yeah,
so
I put
good,
a lot of
so flavorful.
paprika, cayenne pepper, thyme,
Yes.
black pepper, white pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. So many different seasonings and spices, but that's what you have to do because that's what you do with meats and other foods.
Of course. I love this. So let's talk about your plant-based meal prep delivery service coming up soon called Plant Powered Meal Prep.
Yes.
How did you start that business venture? What inspired you to do this?
Yes. So, what inspired me to start Plant Powered Meal Prep? I saw a deficit of vegan meal prep companies in my community. And so, I wanted to provide access for people who were looking to have meal prep delivered to them and they just didn't know where to look. And that was basically my motive behind it. I want to provide healthy food with high protein, food that can help people reach their weight goals, their lifestyle goals, There are a lot of studies that show vegan food, it helps reverse diabetes, high blood pressure, and some people just don't know how to make those foods. So plant-powered meal prep is obviously a great option for those people.
I'll be putting in my order soon, so just watch out for that in the next few days.
That
I'm
would be
excited
so great.
for it.
Yes.
So you mentioned that you're a plant-based and vegan chef. So for those that don't know, and like I said, for those, I mean me, because I'm one of the people that don't know the difference. What is the difference between plant-based and vegan?
Sure. So plant-based is essentially the food. It has mostly vegetables and fruits and plants mainly, but you can still have dairy in it. You can still have meat in it. It'll just mainly consist of fruits and vegetables and plants. Vegan, there are no animal products whatsoever. So no dairy, no meat, no fish, no honey. And a lot of people in the vegan movement, they don't wear leather. They don't, they try to avoid using gas emissions and, we should all do that, but
Right, that's true. We should.
it's a big movement of
Right.
veganism.
I love that. Okay. So were you always vegan?
So I am actually personally not vegan. I am vegetarian.
Okay.
I occasionally eat cheese. That's what makes me vegetarian. But for the most part, I cook vegan cuisine, plant-based whole foods cuisine. And when I go out to eat, I love eating vegan dishes, foods that make me feel good, that energize me. And so, yeah, that's my lifestyle.
That's always important because I feel like, especially people like me, I always want to try, especially nowadays as I'm getting older and stuff, I always want to incorporate those kinds of plants and just vegetables and everything into my diets and I, like I said, I always feel that guilt afterwards of eating something so unhealthy. It's just oh man, I could be in the mood for a burger or something at Wendy's or wherever, but I feel bad about it afterwards. I may be enjoying it now, but it's the aftermath of just oh gosh, I feel gross. I shouldn't have done this, and that regret. And that follows you for the rest of your life.
It
It's
really
horrible.
does. It really does.
So yeah, I'm really inspired, and that and I feel everybody should try and not be so skeptical about just vegan food.
Yeah,
because
it can taste amazing and it's good for you.
Exactly.
It'll help you live longer. It'll help you avoid drastic health issues in the future. Right. It can help prevent cancer. It can help prevent inflammatory diseases. It can help prevent, dementia and things like that. So people should definitely just give it a try.
Yeah, those are really important. People need to be aware of that too. And it's so for you though, because you said you studied something totally different in college, right? What made that change? What made you want to pursue the culinary arts?
So I've always wanted to pursue culinary arts. Actually, it's always been my passion. But in college, I decided to stick with the more traditional route. So I was studying medicine, and then I switched to allied health science. And in that major, I actually learned about veganism and nutrition and how food directly impacts your health. And that's what made me actually want to research more about vegan food. And that's when I found the Health Supportive Culinary Arts program at the school that I decided to go to.
Nice, nice. So I'm sure there's many, what are the most rewarding things about running your businesses?
The most rewarding thing is just changing the way people view healthy food. And when I see someone try my food and they love it and they just can't believe that it's vegan, and I just open them up to new ideas and they start telling me their ideas of dishes that they want to create, and maybe some meat-based dishes that they want to try to recreate and make them vegan. That is what makes me feel good and inspires me.
I love that. I love the little twitch too. I felt that passion and felt that like
it just makes me want to,
just dance,
shimmy my shoulders.
I love that. I love that. So, and with that, like, who were some of your like biggest influencers in culinary?
So I definitely love to follow Black women in culinary arts, and like Pinky Cole. She's the founder of Slutty Vegan. It's a just amazing movement. She doesn't consider herself a chef, but I consider her a chef. She just chose this really radical name to bring meat eaters to try it out. And when people go and try out her food, it's really good. Another one, Chef Mashama Bailey, she has a segment in a special on Netflix. She's very inspiring to me. I actually got the chance to work with her one time, last year when I worked at another establishment. And there's just so many.
How was that like, working with one of your idols?
It was honestly amazing. Like, I had to pinch myself so many times. I remember I went to my head chef screaming at the time. She's just so kind, so sweet, and it was definitely positive for me. I know a lot of people, they say don't meet your idols, but this was definitely positive for me.
I'm glad that you did that. That's beautiful. You see, look at that. And honestly, you're really just like them too. Like, as a Black woman chef, making moves and everything. I actually wanted to ask you, during the pandemic, didn't you start kind of like a movement of your own, End Food Insecurity?
Yes. So I did start a movement. It was a nonprofit movement called End Food Insecurity. And we threw different fundraisers. We dropped off food in fridges. There were like fridges popping up all over the city. And people could just walk up to them and take food if they were in need. And we threw an event actually that made it into Teen Vogue at the time.
Nice.
Yes. And that was just an amazing experience. We just provided a lot of food for the community and raised awareness on what food insecurity is. And for those of you who don't know, food insecurity basically means when you lack access to healthy foods, or you're in a food desert where there's no supermarkets or, health food stores in your neighborhood. And that's actually more common than we realize.
Really?
People are just living in areas where there's no supermarkets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's incredible. That's what it is. It's so important to bring awareness like that to people, because I wouldn't even know either. Like, that's incredible. So with all these that are happening, like, I'm sure, I'm part of that support system that you have. I'm sure you have a huge support system, but who has been your biggest supporter or supporters?
My biggest supporters, I definitely have to say my mom. She has been a supporter of mine. My best friend, Chris Meir, I'll shout out her name.
Hey,
we've been friends for like 14 years.
Wow. Nice.
They have been my rock for the culinary journey. And it's been a brutal journey thus far, but definitely rewarding.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, because you were mentioning like the challenges of like starting a business, but actually like working, because you told me you worked in like different kitchens and stuff like that. Like you were just cleaning the kitchen earlier. I was like, girl, you don't have to clean all this. Like what? She's just like, but I was trained to do so.
It's a force of habit. I have to clean. I can't leave a mess.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So you're doing all these amazing things. Obviously, your businesses, your meal prep delivery services, and ending food insecurity movement. What's next for you?
That's a really good question. I don't. The sky is the limit, really. Maybe a television appearance.
Oh, hello.
I'm here. Whatever. The sky's the limit. I would love to do some cooking classes. Maybe have a cooking show one day. We'll see. Yeah. Take plant-powered meal prep nationwide. That would be a great accomplishment.
That would be amazing. We're so excited. I can't wait to see where this all takes you. I'm here for it, all of it. And for those that don't know, where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram at Jay Nelly Culinary or Plant Powered MP, or you can visit either one of my websites, jaynellyculinary.com or plantpoweredmp.com.
Thank you for that. I am going to be putting in my order soon. Like I said, it's almost done. Janelle, thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure learning from you, hearing your story especially. It's been so inspiring.
This was great. Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. You're always welcome to cook for us. I'm about to finish some of this right now. Look at this one more shot.
Dig in.
Yes, be jealous, people. Obviously, you can get some of this at her food site. So there we go. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for our next episode on Mad Media TV.